Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're going to make a moon baby card today. This is just the cutest stamp set, I'm telling you. And here's the card. I'm going to alter it a little bit. You'll see why while we're making the card. But you'll need the moon baby stamp set. It's got all these great little baby things on it. We're going to use this stamp. We're going to use almost all of them. This one, the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and it says, "Do you know how loved you are?" That is so sweet. We're going to use the one little single star, and then of course the moon baby. You'll need some Tombow glue, your dimensionals. We need an Aqua Painter. I'm going to give you some other options when we make the card. But that's what I use, so that's what I'm showing you. We need our Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. Keep that out because we'll be using that first. We need the Blushing Bride ink pad, So Saffron, and Marina Mist. Not Marina, that's Dan Marino. He's a football player, or he was a football player. And then the papers we're using, it's, let's see, we've got our Whisper White cardstock for the base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. We need 2 little pieces of Whisper White, and they're about 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches. We need a piece of Shimmer White, and that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Don't worry about these measurements. I'll have it all listed down below. We got So Saffron, 4 by 5 1/4, and Soft Sky, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So let's get going on this. Oh, and you may or may not need the Falling Stars mask and a Stampin' Sponge. And these are from, let's see, what is this? The Hearts and Stars Decorative Masks. Now, there's good news and bad news and good news that goes with these. The good news is that if you have this, it'll make your card go a lot faster. If you don't have these already, well, it's been discontinued. I got this on when it was on clearance. And so that's the good news, bad news. The good news is I'll tell you how to get around that while we're making the card. So we need our Shimmer White piece out first. Our Memento ink, and we're going to start with the moon baby stamp. Let's see, I didn't get any of my blocks out. Here we go. Ink that up real good. Let's see how that looks. And we're going to stamp that as pretty much close to center as you can get. This block is really way too big for this stamp, but it's what I have, so it's what I used. And there we go. And you'll notice that on the original card I have it up higher, and then I ran into a little problem. It doesn't look quite right, so we're doing this a little different. So that needs to dry a little bit. Oh, I need to leave that out. Because we're using the Shimmer White, it's got that coating on it, and it takes a little longer. So let's get our 2 little banner pieces out here, and we'll stamp those. And we'll be using the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star one. And let's see if I can line it up good. Okay, that's not too bad. That will work. And the Do You Know How Loved You Are. This is just so cute. I've got my, this is, this card I'm going to be using. Hopefully soon. Is my first grandson was due on Christmas Eve. It's now the 27th that I'm recording this, and he's still not here. Okay, so we got those done, and we'll stamp the inside of the card. I'm gonna grab another block, and we'll stamp it with this little trio of animals with stars. Got a little bunny and a bear, a little lamb, and stamp those guys right about there, kind of towards the top. And then, hello baby. I wish he'd get here. I'd like to say hello baby. And there we go. Hello baby. See? Alright. So let's put those aside now. And we'll pull this back in. Now, I'm going to use the mask. And this just goes so much faster with a mask. So I placed it towards the top of the stencil, flipped it over, and then I'm going to use some masking tape. Now you see my masking tape looks a little nasty and fuzzy. That's because I've tapped it on my clothes. I'm wearing black leggings, so it's got black lint all over it. I've tapped them on my clothes, I don't know, half a dozen times or so, so it's not quite as sticky and it won't tear the paper. And flip that over. Now what we're going to do, we're going to use the sponge and the Saffron ink, but these stars that overlap the image that I've already stamped, I'm going to skip over those. I'm not gonna fill those in, but all the rest I'll fill in. So let me get the Saffron out. And get my sponge all inked up here. I have this silicone mat, so I like to dab it and get that worked in the sponge real good. And we'll just do this. Now if you don't have this mask, we're going to use that little star, and we're going to stamp an outline on top of all of these stars that I'm sponging in. So if you don't have this mask, what you can do is you skip this part and just stamp the stars yourself. You know, if you like that look, there's more towards the top and they just kind of fade away towards the bottom, then just stamp randomly, however it is you like, with your little star stamp, and then you can come back afterwards and fill in the yellow color. And let's get that one. That one's outside of the image. Okay, so that's all done. You see this went really quick. So the advantage of having the stencil is that it really speeds it up. Okay, so we peel off our tape And I'll keep that, I'll use that until it falls apart. Okay, so now we've got all of our little stars stenciled in. We're going to take our little single star stamp from the set. And you might notice that my star stamp does not look exactly like your star stamp. It's because I cut it. Yes, I did. Couple reasons for that. The first reason, main reason, is that I can kind of see a little bit better where I want to stamp it. But the second reason is I'm one of those people that I tend to roll my stamp unless I'm really concentrating on it. And it was making a halo. You know, those little nasty marks that you get when you've inked up the edge of your stamp and you're not stamping up and down. Now you don't have to get exactly on top of these stars. That just makes it look a little more painterly if it's not exactly centered. Plus, some of these stars on the mask are, some are small, a little smaller, and some are a little larger. So the small ones don't quite fill in the stamp, and the big ones are just maybe just a tad too much. So I just went with that, and I'm just stamping pretty much where, as close as I can get on right on top of the stars. Let's see. All right. Now I'm gonna set that aside for a little bit. I want to let. Oh, I missed just a little edge here. There's a little tiny bit there. All right, got it. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit because, yeah, again, it's the shimmer paper, and it does take a little bit of time for the ink to soak in and dry. So while we're doing that, I'll close this up. I won't be needing that. So while we're doing that, let's get the let's put these together. I cut these so that there's going to be just a little border of the Saffron showing. Got about 1/8 of an inch border of the blue, the Marina Mist. Is that Marina Mist? No, it's Soft Sky, excuse me. We're using the Marina Mist ink. And check and make sure that the card's opening the correct, well, it doesn't really matter just yet, but just put some Tombow on there. I love this Tombow glue. And we'll put, this is going to cover the whole card front. Get that all lined up. You got a little time to move this around with the Tombow. You don't have to worry about it being stuck down permanently immediately. Although once it's stuck down and it's set, man, that stuff just does not come off. Okay, so we'll get our Aqua Painter out and we'll color in. Oh, darn, I smudged that a little bit anyway. I was trying to avoid that. Let's see if that's dry. Yeah, it looks like probably it's dry enough. So we'll get our Marina Mist stamp pad. Give it a little squeeze. And we get ourselves a nice little pool of paint here. And because my grandbaby is going to be a boy, I'm going to paint it in blue. If you don't have the Aqua Painters, or you don't want to use the Aqua Painter, and you have, I don't know, Copics, or I have the Spectrum Noir markers. They're nice. They blend real well. But I don't know, I like to paint too. Gives it kind of a watercolory look. And we'll get a little more color there. A little more color there. Do a little shading. And I should probably quit while it's still looking good. Let me clean my brush out. And I'm done with the blue. Get the Saffron. Now, oh, let me get a squeeze. I had a little bit there, but maybe not enough. There. Now I've got a nice puddle going here. And we'll paint this star in. And the moon. On my original card, I just used plain white cardstock, and for my sample, but it just it doesn't move around enough. Let me put a little more yellow in that one too. There we go. Okay, and then on the inside of the card, where did I put? There we go. On the inside of the card, I'm just painting the little stars in. I'm not doing everything. You can if you like. It's your card. Do what you like. There we go. So that's done. And I need to clean that off again. Clean that brush. Get all that yellow out, because next I'm going to use the Blushing Bride to color the little baby face in. I didn't squeeze it, but I've got plenty here, because you just want it just a little pink. You don't want too much color on your baby. Well, unless the baby has more color, I guess. And we just lightly color that in. And then go back. Give him a little extra on his cheeks here. He's got little rosy cheeks. And we're done with that. And we're almost done with the card. We're just moving right along here. Alright, now I'm hoping this is dry enough now, because I have to turn this over. You know what? No, I don't. I don't have to turn it over at all. I'll just put my Tombow on here, and I just won't get real close to the edge. Alright, now I need to make sure the card's right. I said, okay, I want to put that on here. Just like that. We have just a little bit of that Saffron showing around the edges. Okay, now we need our dimensionals. I remembered on this card I'm popping them up. One card I made, I forgot all about that and never popped my... told everybody they needed dimensionals and then never popped up my little banner on the card. But then, what the heck? You don't have to pop things up if you don't want to. Or if you want to, you can add stuff to it. I mean, this is just an idea to get you guys going. Right? You know, maybe you'd want your moon sparkly. You could use, or sparklier, because it does have that shimmer from the shimmer paper. Alright, so the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I'm going to put up in this corner at an angle. And the Do You Know How Loved You Are, we'll go down here, and look, it's going to cover up my little mess there. So it all worked out. And there we are. Our card's finished. So if you want to shop with me, then you can do that either through my website or my Facebook page. If you liked my video, then please press the like button down below. If you want to see some more of my videos, hit subscribe. I have a lot more coming out, because these occasions stamps that have just come out, and the ones that they're giving away for free from the Celebration catalog are they're just gorgeous. This is one of the stamp sets, so you can imagine and this isn't even like the, well, I shouldn't say it's not the best of them, but I mean, it's a good one. Maybe not everybody would, want a baby card, but there's some that are just out of this world fabulous. So, y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.